Welcome to another round of Saturday with Stephanie. And we are still talking about the Lord's Supper. I'm going to dig into the catechism lesson next time when we gather. But for today, I wanted to sit here right at the communion rail, where so many of us have gathered through the years, and talk to you a little bit about how things are different right now with taking the Lord's Supper. Many of you have been able to come and attend worship, and you've seen how we've been doing the Lord's Supper. We have baskets with the bread and wine cups, and I'm going to show that to you in just a little bit, that we have on the altar. And those get carried out so that you can take communion as you're leaving the sanctuary on a Sunday morning. We did this intentionally to encourage more social distancing, so we wouldn't have to be disinfecting the railing with every single table, and also to make it really clear that when worship is over, you just continue right on outside into the parking lot. And we encourage people to stick around and fellowship outside if they would like to, but otherwise to head on their way. It's a different kind of world we live in now. It's really hard to not have the level of fellowship that we've had for so many years. And you guys know this. I'm not sharing anything you've not heard before. School is different. Work is different. And church is different. If you've been here, you've seen how we've taken out a lot of chairs from the sanctuary so we can have 6 feet of spacing in between people. The way we structure our worship is different, all of it. But I wanted to especially talk to those of you that have not been able to come to worship, and I understand there's a myriad of reasons why. It's important for some with various immunity concerns, with various risk factors, to not be coming into the sanctuary for worship. And we're so thankful that we can offer you all of these online opportunities to be with us. But I wanted to talk to you especially about the Lord's Supper and how we are doing everything we can to make that available to you in as many ways as we can. The first possibility is it can be brought to your home. It can be dropped off for you to take communion on your own time, the consecrated elements. It can be done outside. Pastor can do that. It can be done outside here at church. We offered that on Maundy, Thursday, and Easter Sunday this past year because we weren't meeting in person, and just offered as many opportunities for people to take communion then. Or it can even be done here in the sanctuary, but by yourselves, wearing masks until you actually need to take the bread and the wine, the body and the blood. Whatever of those options feels comfortable to you, we can absolutely make that happen. Now, I wanted to show you what it is that we're using. So this is actually not consecrated because I didn't want to use one of those and be taking communion on camera. That just felt really inappropriate. But I did want to take one and show you and actually open it up for you. So if you're here, it will be handed to you or put on the table or however. It'll be handed to you and it'll look like it's upside down because you see it looks like a little tiny plastic chalice, but it'll be handed to you upside down. There's a reason for that. Hang on. You see on this end, this is where the bread is. And I wanted to make sure I held that out to you on camera. This is what the bread sealed in the bottom looks like. We are so thankful that we have a company that actually provides these. There have been companies for a long time that have done these individually wrapped communion. However, most of the ones on the market are just grape juice. Now, we do have that available for those that cannot have alcohol. We also have a gluten-free version for those who need that. But this actually is wine. It's similar to the wine that we have used for years in our individual cups within our common cup with all of the options that we've had available to you. So we have been really pleased to have that and offer that to you. I'm just going to try and put this away. But then after you've taken the bread, you can flip it over, peel off the other side, and take the wine. When you're here in person for worship, we have the tables set up in the back for you to take communion as you head out, and garbage cans right at the end for you to throw away the container. And that is to ensure that nobody has to be touching any of those things, and to keep the possibility of spreading germs to an absolute minimum. That is something that we are really trying to prioritize. So we want to make sure that you understand exactly what to expect when it comes to this. But like I said, you can always set up an appointment to come in and have communion. You can have it right here at the communion rail. You can take it outside if that feels more comfortable to you. Whatever it is that you would prefer, we do encourage you to call, set up an appointment, set up a time, or set up a way to have communion brought to you at your home if you're unable to get out right now, because it is so very important for us to participate in this sacrament. We're going to dig into a lot of that next time, but just the fact that this is a means of grace, this is how God gives us forgiveness in a real, physical, tangible way. You can taste it. You can see it. You can touch it. God has given us this amazing gift of his supper, of the Lord's Supper, of the sacrament of the altar. And I encourage you to come as often as possible to participate in it. Those who are able to worship in person have been blessed by having communion every single Sunday since we reopened our doors. And we really believe that it's important, especially because we had to go without it for so long, that we're offering it as often as we possibly can. So I commend that to you. And I pray that your day is blessed, that your weekend is blessed. If you are able to come and worship with us in person tomorrow, I look forward to seeing you and partaking of the Lord's Supper with you tomorrow. And if not, remember to call, set up a time so that you can have communion, so that you can participate in this amazing sacrament, in this amazing means of grace that has been given to us. I thank you for joining me tonight, and I pray that the Lord will bless the rest of your weekend and your week ahead. Have a great night. Bye.